Hey everybody, welcome back to another class on verbling.com with teacher Abby. It's been a while. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. And today we'll be doing a class on phrasal verbs. We're going to look at the verb to settle and discuss different phrasal verbs that are attached to that. Mustafa!
Hello, teacher. Hopefully you know me.
Are you now on Iraqi money? Is that your face on the coin?
No, it's a new coin money that everyone have to use in the future. So maybe Southland coin.
You have taken the king nickname to a whole nother level.
Yeah. How
It's
is
good
going,
to.
teacher? How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. I have had a lot of things going on lately, but I'm okay, and I'm excited to see you guys today. So it's good to see you. Thank you for
Nice,
asking.
nice.
Ali, how are you?
Hi, Abby. I am okay. How are you?
I'm very well. Are you at work or at home right now?
I am in my office.
Mm. How was work today?
I worked hard today.
You were hardly working or working hard?
Working hard.
And Victor, how are you?
Hello, Miss Abby. I'm fine.
Hi, good to see you. How have you been?
I'm okay. How about you?
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. It's nice to see you guys. Good to be back. The weather here is it's actually been really nice because it's been cold, but it's been really sunny. So I'm surviving. You know I don't like the cold, right?
Yeah.
Or the rain.
Oh, rain cool. What's the cold now?
Yeah, it's not too bad though. It's been like around actually yesterday was 20 degrees and sunny. So it's been warm for October, which is nice.
Oh, so maybe it's the winter coming early this year?
No, winter usually comes in the middle to end of November. That's when the snow comes. Sometimes in December, it just depends. But where I live in Canada, it's not very cold. It's not like the central part of Canada and Montreal, Canada, they get like minus 30 and 40 in the winter, but where I live, it's like minus 15 maximum. So it's not too
Oh,
bad.
oh, okay.
It's bad. It's bad, but it's not too bad. I think I'll survive. But I got new slippers. Do you remember my ugly slippers from before? I've got better ones now, so I'm prepared. Hey Arthur, how are you?
Hi Abby, I'm fine. That's nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you too. How are you? How has everything been?
Well, it was good. I traveled a lot. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Dublin.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah.
I remember you told me that. You said that you might have come to Canada, but it didn't work out, so you ended up going there.
Yes. So probably, so I went to an interview,
Mm-hmm.
and probably if it goes well, then I'll probably get a job there.
Good for you. How did you find the Irish accent?
Well, interesting. They say buses instead of buses. So yes,
It's a little bit different, but I have a friend here from Scotland, and when he speaks, I'm always like, "What? What? Pardon? Repeat yourself," because even I can't understand. So good for you if you can identify the accent. That's good.
yes. Also, instead of just left, no, they say more like che, like left, like turn left.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I
Yeah.
don't know. I've only been in Ireland for like what, 2 weeks I was there, I think. So it's an interesting accent, but I like it. That's nice. I hope it works out for you, Arthur. Thanks for coming to class today. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
David, is that you?
I'm always me.
I wasn't sure if your microphone was going to work this time or not. Everything's working good though.
No, I was muted. I was muted.
It's good to see you. What's new?
I'm sick.
You're sick.
Yes.
What do you have?
Okay. Last Saturday night, I ate too much. I'm still recovering with fever and all this stuff. I was afraid, oh, maybe I have Ebola. So I was afraid that no.
Is
Only
Ebola
I
in
ate.
Spain?
We had one case,
Mm.
and today the government announced that the infected person is recovered, and we have almost 20 person under observation, waiting if they experience some disease symptoms or something like that.
Well, I'm glad you don't have it. You just ate too
No,
much.
yeah, but I couldn't sleep these days thinking about that. Oh, I'm gonna die. I have Ebola. No, but I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm glad to hear that you're okay. Hey, Mateo, how are you?
Hi, good morning, Abby.
Good
I'm
morning.
fine, thanks. I see you nice.
Thank you very much. It's good to have you back in class.
Okay, it's
Good
okay.
to see you. You're back in Italy now.
Actually, I come back in Italy.
You miss Panama?
Yes. But I'm going next year, February.
Okay, so very soon, not too long.
Yeah, in February maybe I will stay for 3 months.
Okay, so a bit of a longer time.
Yeah.
My cousin that lives in Panama, I think I told you I have a cousin who lives there. He really likes it. He says it's beautiful, the weather's always nice, so I can understand why you like it there.
It's a good country. It's have a big grow country. The economy, okay?
It's growing.
Growing, okay. I like because I would leave the Italy.
And
And my plan,
I'd like to go to Italy.
I don't like Italy.
I'd rather be in Italy than Panama. Just saying. Good to see you, Mateo. And Andre,
Hello, Abby.
you've made my day coming to class. How are you?
I'm glad to hear that. I'm fine, and how are you?
I'm very good. And I learned a word in Russian, and now I was thinking to myself, when I see Andre again, I'm going to say it, and now I forget it. It's like it's making a joke about people that live in Moscow. So maybe I shouldn't say it.
It is
Probably
interesting.
it's not a good word for on air, perhaps, but
Really?
I've learned a few words, but not very much. It's really, really embarrassing. So I don't think I'll be learning Russian anytime soon.
Okay, I hope so.
Good. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to be doing a class on phrasal verbs, as you guys know, and we'll use those words to complete some sentences and talk about areas that we could use them, maybe make a few sentences ourselves. The verb is to settle. Victor, can you tell me what that means, to settle?
To settle, I think, means to move to another place for living.
Okay, it could be that, yeah. To settle somewhere is to live there. Anybody else think of a way that we can use the verb? To settle.
To make a decision.
Yeah, absolutely, to make a decision. What does it mean to let the dust settle? Here's an idiom. We'll warm up by learning an idiom. To let the dust settle. Who can tell me what that means?
I guess if there is conflict or some intense situation, you just let something uh, quiet down, or I'm not sure how to say it.
Perfect. Quiet down, relax, become calm.
Yeah.
Very
Take
good.
decision.
To settle can also mean to make a decision, absolutely. So there's many different ways that we can use the verb itself, but of course when we combine the verb with a preposition, it becomes a phrasal verb, and it can completely change the meaning. Hi Jessica, welcome to the class.
Hi. Thank you.
I think this is the first time I've had you in one of my classes, is that right?
Yes, this is my first time.
Where are you from?
I'm from Chile.
From Chile. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you too.
We are going to get started, and our first phrasal verb is settle down. Maybe I could have Ali. Could you read the two definitions for that one?
Okay. Settle down. 1. To calm down and stop behaving excitedly. 2. To start living a more normal life. To stop partying and dating, for example, and get married, buy a house, etc.
Perfect. So Ali, give me an example of a sentence with settle down. Can you think of one?
Mustafa.
Sorry, I have to mute myself.
Mustafa, calm down. Settle down.
Okay.
Can
Go ahead. What?
make a sentence using settle down. Or pass.
Okay. I settled down after I graduated this university and started working.
Oops. Perfect. Why is it important that you settle down a little bit after you start working? Arthur, why is it important to settle down a little bit after you start working? Arthur?
Sorry, did you ask me?
Yes, I did. Why is it?
Well, because you should take responsibility and pay more attention to your work. Be serious.
Excellent. Very good. David, would you say that you're a person who has settled down?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
When I left Madrid, I came to Galicia to settle down.
And why did you want to do that?
Because my life was completely crazy, working in the disco, trying to study alone in a flat with my own car. It's supposed I was going to be in Madrid to study, but I wasn't studying my degree, so I decided to settle down, move with my parents again, and finish my degree. And it's the best decision I have taken in my life.
Good for you. So that worked out well for you.
Yeah, at first, I think I'm not completely sure. I left my friends, I left my girlfriend, but now I have the better friends in Madrid. They are still my friends. Now I have a new and better girlfriend, fantastic. My friends are great here. The life here is absolutely fantastic. I'm in love with my city, with my job, so I'm very happy.
Good for you, David. That's wonderful. What about Mateo? Are you a person who has settled down?
I say my sentence.
Sure, give us your sentence.
Okay. In my case, I settle down when I left Italy, definitely.
Okay, so I will settle down.
Because it's future, yeah.
Exactly. When I leave Italy indefinitely. Perfect. What do you think,
Yeah.
Mateo, why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that that's when you'll settle down?
Why do you
Why?
feel? Because now I don't like stay here.
Okay. Like how I used to feel about Canada, but I'm getting used to it. Good. Anybody else want to share whether or not they think that they have settled down or why they think settling down is a good idea or a bad idea?
In my opinion, actually, they settle down after maybe a period of hard working or passing a difficult time is
Mhm.
good for you to recover maybe and come back with a lot of energy and fresh mind.
Nice. Are you giving me a piece of wisdom, Mustafa?
No, no, this is for everyone. For me, actually, but maybe sometimes I don't work with it.
Exactly. No, that's
Settle,
you're right.
But
Anji?
settle down in 50 years old. Also 60. It's too
but
late.
settle down. It's could be, for example, a time you need for uh, organized, okay, your
Yeah,
life, your new life, okay?
you could say I need to settle down for a little while. So a period of time where you're calm, maybe you focus on work and saving your
Yeah.
money and being serious, and then later you can go back to travel or
In this period, you are stressed, okay, you are okay, busy, okay, yeah, okay,
exactly.
okay.
Good job, Mateo. Absolutely. Anybody else?
Teacher, sorry, just about the pronunciation about settle or settle?
Settle.
Settle with T, not D.
Well, settle down.
Settle.
It depends on the accent. If you're from England, they would say settle with a T sound. But for me, I think I'm gonna say settle with a D
Yeah,
sound.
settle. For you, settle, yeah. I
Oh,
hear that.
now I remember a singer, Adele.
Mm-hmm.
Settle down, this
Yeah, that's
word.
a good one. That's a good song. That's Somebody
Settle.
Like You.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. Settle down. Yeah, somebody like you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember. 2 years ago, maybe.
Now Mateo's gonna sing for us. His turn.
No,
Cool.
no, no. I.
So we have two examples here. Children, settle down. I can't concentrate when you're all yelling. So telling the children to be calm, to relax. And then the second example, Tom is 30 years old now, so he feels it's time to settle down and start a family. Tom is crazy. Okay, let's go to the next one. Victor, do you want to read it for us?
Settle for. To accept a situation, arrangement, even though it may not be ideal.
Do you want to read those two examples as well, Victor?
Miranda was hoping to win the tennis tournament, but she was defeated in the finals and had to settle for second place. My boss is very strict. He won't settle for anything less than perfection in his employees.
Perfect. Okay, so any questions on what this phrasal verb means, to settle for? Who can think of an example? Who can give me a sentence?
I won't settle for salary less than 100 $100,000.
Okay, you got high standards.
Yeah.
I won't settle for a salary less than 100,000 or 100K.
Yeah. Make a job just for money.
Yeah.
Why not?
But you don't like this word, for example. But you need a job because you need money.
Mm-hmm. And if you're going to do a job you don't really want to do, you're going to want to get a lot of money for it, right? When is it a good idea to settle for something? Ali, what do you think? When is it a good idea to settle for something, even though it might not be the best or the most ideal situation for you?
I don't know. It's not a good idea for me. But maybe if you can't do best or you can't reach something best, you can accept what you have. I don't know.
Absolutely. Better to accept what you are than trying to reach for something that you can't have. That's a good one. Anybody else have an example of when they think it's a good idea to settle for something?
Because in other way you'll be in denial all the time.
Very good. Oh, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. What about when you think it's a bad idea, the opposite? When is it a bad idea to settle for something?
Settle for.
An example of sports maybe. When you play and you want to win, you don't want to settle for settle for losing or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just lose this one. We'll accept that, right? Anybody else have an example of when it's a bad idea to settle for something? Andre, are you there? Andre.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How about you?
I'm very well. Where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine.
Welcome to my class. It's nice to have you. My name is Abby.
I'm very pleasure to be in your class.
Thanks for coming. So, Andre, can you think of an example of when you have settled for something or an example of a sentence using that phrasal verb?
I settle. Usually, I settle with my superior, even if he is not right.
Okay, I settle for whatever my superior wants.
Yeah, I wanted to say it.
Perfect. Good. So you said settle with, but we're trying to say use one with settle for. That's why I changed it. So Andre, why is that smart? Why is it smart to settle for whatever your superior wants?
It's it's a way to be flexible.
Very good. Thank you very much. Perfect.
I'm trying to be more creative
And I love it. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andre,
my pleasure. What?
Thank you.
What?
When you are not speaking, Andre, can you please mute your microphone?
Okay.
Teacher, sorry. What?
Go ahead, Mustafa.
Teacher, can I say to get the hang of to get the hang of my English, I have to settle for difficulty. Pass through it. I pass through it. or
Um,
it's like similar of what can I say? To become better at my English language, I have to settle for the difficulty of it.
no, we wouldn't. I know what you mean, but we wouldn't use the phrasal verb. You would actually just say to accept that it's going to be difficult.
Okay, okay. So that's mean accept. So accept the difficult and that's it.
Exactly. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like you think you should be able to use it in that way, but it just doesn't quite sound right to me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Victor, however, has a very similar idea. Victor, do you want to share your sentence with us? And then I'll give you a virtual smack shortly after.
It's a bad idea. When students have to settle for only one class in a week.
I thought there was classes 24 hours a day. Wow. Sorry, Victor. In the future, I hope to be teaching more, but it's nice that you maybe miss it a little bit. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, a little bit.
Good. Any questions or comments for that one? Settle for?
Teacher, can I say I want I won't settle for less than one class in a week?
I won't settle for.
Except, okay. I won't, yeah, settle for less than one class in a week.
Less than one class a week, like that?
Yes.
Yeah, that works. That works great. Mateo, what's something that you won't settle for?
Repeat, please.
Give me a sentence. Give me
Yeah.
a sentence of using settle for.
Settle for my sentence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like my boss, but I settle for needed this job.
Okay, very good. Is that true, Mateo?
No, it's false.
Ali doesn't like his boss. I know that. Ali has really had to settle.
I'm not employed. I have a business.
I know. So does Ali. That's why I was just joking. What about you, David? Something you've had to settle for? Give me an example of a sentence you can think of there.
I will settle for buying the property when my father was born, although I have to pay a lot of money.
Okay, very good. So you're about to settle on an agreement. We're going to talk about that one in a little bit. Good example. So have you decided that you're still going to try to do that, David?
Yeah, but it's very, very tough to deal all the owners. So I'm fighting. I'm almost every weekend I'm fighting with my cousins, my second cousins, or something like that. It's very difficult. I don't know if I will get it.
Yeah, that is a challenge. So you'll have to work hard before you're able to settle for something, right? Good job. Arthur, an example using settle for.
Well, I don't want to settle for ordinary life.
Why not?
Well, I think it's boring.
I'm not the only one. That feels good. It's good to try to have excitement. Some people love to settle on an ordinary life, and it's not for everybody, right? Some people don't like it. What about you, Andrew?
I wouldn't settle for joining with army of my country.
I wouldn't settle for joining the army in my country.
Exactly.
Okay, good sentence. What about Andre? Andre. Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Andre.
What
Andre.
was the question? What would I settle for, or
I just asked for
I wouldn't?
any sentence using settle for.
I have to settle for that I live on a first floor on a one room apartment.
And why don't you like living on the first floor?
And I have a question. Do you call the first floor, or you have a base floor like in England? I mean, the first floor they call it the base floor or something.
They call it the basement.
No, basement is -1 floor.
Well, yeah, okay, underground. We would call it ground level then,
Ground level. Yeah.
or the first floor.
Okay, I live on the first floor.
Maybe you're thinking of an English expression that I'm not familiar with, but I can think of basement, which you're right is below ground, and then there's ground level or first floor.
Okay.
Or entry level.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you like it?
Because you know, when people go near my windows, they most likely to see me here.
Uh-oh.
I don't like it.
They might get a show, is what you're saying.
I
Andre,
try to use curtains.
curtains. Well, I hope so.
Every time.
You know, I've never when I lived in the Dominican Republic, I never lived on the ground level because, well, that one time I did. I didn't like it for the same reason. I felt like there was no privacy. Is that kind of how you feel?
Yeah, kind of.
I understand.
But, I got used for it, but there is another disadvantage. When in spring and fall, it is quite cold in evening and in the night time, because cold from the ground goes kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't like it either because you always have to have the curtains closed, so it's a little bit dark. But upstairs you can have some brightness.
Sorry, teacher. Let me ask Andrew.
Okay.
I was a little bit inattentive during your speech. Andrew, are you implied that you're living on the ground level now?
Implied? What do you mean?
Implying.
Is that what you're saying?
Did you meant that you're just living on the ground level? Yes.
No, I live on the first floor. Actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for explanation. Yeah. Let's go on.
Let's go on. And Ali, did you have an example? I think you already gave me one, but I might be wrong.
Me?
Yes, you, Ali.
Okay.
The only Ali. Prince Ali.
Okay, I settle for my lemon right now.
Some things never change. I could come back in 1 year from now, and I think Ali would manage.
Also, you have a lemon car.
I do, yeah. I've settled for it. Although I'm getting a new one. I'm getting a new one. A new lemon. Good job. Thank you very much, Ali. Let's go to our next one. Maybe we could have David read settle in and the definition for us.
Settling, to get used to a new environment, a new city, job, apartment, etc.
And the two examples?
I've only been at this company for a week, but I'm starting to settle in and get used to everything. Moving to a new city is stressful. I can take some time to settle in and make new friends.
Excellent. Good reading, David. So any questions on what this phrasal verb means?
No.
No? Everyone understands? So give me an example of when you have settled into a new environment, either a new job, etc., etc. Let's start with David. Do you want to give us an example?
Yeah, I'm settling my new position in my company as international consultant.
Perfect. Very good.
I work in Milan, and I don't know if this year or in January I will go to the Netherlands. I'm enjoying that. I feel a little bit alone during this week or 2 weeks, no more than 3 weeks. But our travel are short, or business travel. I'm settling. I like it.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it takes time to adjust, right?
yeah, and it's easier for me to promote in the company. So I have to take this chance.
Good job. Matteo, give us an example of settle in.
I think I settle in my new apartment.
Perfect. I settle into my new apartment.
Yeah?
Good. Yeah, that's perfect. Good job.
Something new. Okay, try something new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mustafa?
Bike, car, okay.
Yeah, anything like that. Settle into my new car, my new apartment. I'm settling into living in Canada. I'm settling in Canada. But not permanently.
You?
Not permanently.
But you live in Canada.
I know. I'm settling in finally after all this time.
Okay.
Mustafa?
This is not real, okay? This is
Just an
hypothetical, you can say.
example.
Okay. I have moved to another city, and I am starting to settle in the new weather there.
Settle in to the new environment, the new weather, new climate.
To the new climate there.
Excellent example. Very good. Thank you. Victor?
It took a time while I settled in on my new work.
It took time to settle into my new work.
Okay.
Good. Victor, do you need a hug today? Grouchy. Are you feeling a little bit grouchy today, Victor?
No, I'm happy.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure you were okay.
I'm okay.
I
don't
think
worry.
Ali need.
Ali, do you need a hug? Aww. Ali, tell us about settling in. Where would you like to settle in?
I usually settle in new places easily
Okay,
when
why?
I go to a new place.
Why do you think you're like that, Ali?
I don't know. I just like to maybe change my place very often.
Mm-hmm.
Travel, something like that.
Good. I think no matter where I go, what helps me to settle in to whatever place that I live in is a good routine. If I have a routine, I can settle quite easily.
Elaborate.
Okay, let's say I travel and I move, let's say I'm going to move to, I don't know, let's say I move to Italy. Now I get to Italy and I'm very excited. I want to see everything. So I stay up very late at night and I wake up whenever I feel like it in the morning. After about 1 week, I start to feel unsettled, like I don't know what to do. I don't enjoy that feeling. But if I start getting into a routine, maybe I go for a run every morning, or I teach English every morning, or I have a certain routine that I follow, then I find it easier to feel comfortable in that environment.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That makes sense actually.
I know you would recommend that for me, right?
Yes, actually, sometimes we feel that when we are maybe trying to walking maybe at the morning or like running. Some
Mhm.
people like to do that sport, and maybe at first they find some difficulty to do this,
Mhm.
but after maybe few days they found this maybe easy for them, so like become the routine of their life, to get used to the
Exactly.
to the
Andrew,
And what about jet lag?
what do you mean jet lag? Oh, that's why it takes a week. The first week I can do whatever I want, and then I need to settle in.
Okay.
Can you think of another example, Andre?
Of settling.
Yeah.
Um, it's not a good idea to work in a company more than 5 years because you settle in and you don't grow anymore.
Okay.
Sorry, Andre, teacher asked to me.
No, I asked Andre, but your names are so similar that I think you were confused. But Andre, it's your turn now. Give me an example of a sentence using settle in.
Oh, a few weeks ago, I'm settled in to live in suburb, but I still can't get used to it.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Can't get used to it or accustomed to. That's another word for settle in. Thank you. Arthur?
Get, okay.
Settling.
Settle in.
Well, it takes a week to settle into a new project.
Mm-hmm. Have you had that experience before?
Yes.
And why do you think it takes about a week?
Well, you should read documentation and just get into the context of the work.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Maybe get into the understanding what the project is all about so you can do a good job.
Yes,
Good. Nicely done.
exactly.
Let's continue with our next phrasal verb, settle on, and perhaps we could have Matteo read it for us.
Okay. To reach an agreement or make a decision about something. Continue? I continue?
Yeah.
After weeks of negotiation, the baseball player and team owners settled on a new contract. We haven't settled on a date for our wedding, but we think it will be sometime in June. The Red Sox settled on their star Rocky pitcher for Game 7 of the World Series tomorrow night.
Okay, good job. Excellent reading. Any questions on what it means to settle on something? So it's more specific. It's talking about agreeing about a decision or a date, something on those lines. So let's get maybe just a couple examples here. David, do you want to give me an example?
I think my example was the last one, talking about my father's farm, but okay. I would like to settle on about buying a Ferrari Dino, which is a very, very beautiful Italian car. So I would like to buy it.
Okay, very good. That's settling on something, right? Good. Ali, an example?
Okay. We couldn't settle on my friends to what to do on the next weekend.
Okay, we couldn't settle on what we will do next weekend. Go dancing, Ali. When in doubt, go dancing.
Maybe.
Gotta shake your booty when you don't know what to do.
Well,
Good. Anybody else have an example with settle on?
Actually, I don't know what's happened. Maybe I feel like the students are tired and living without love. Even Matthew and Ali, I touched that.
I know, Mustafa, but
I don't.
I think everyone's mad at me. They're mad at me because I don't teach very often. I'm
They
sorry.
forgot the love.
I love you guys. What's happened here? There's no love in this room.
Because Abby is only one who has the morning. Everyone has evening time.
Everybody's tired.
Yeah.
Oh,
Abby, my sentence is right.
Stop my new bike. It must be settled on black mat. You could say for my new bike.
I hear your try talking.
For my new bike, I will settle on black mat.
Okay. For my no, I write stop because for example, when you take decision, okay, stop. I choose my new bike, okay.
Okay.
Okay. But it's a
stop.
fault.
Stop. My new bike, I will settle on black mat.
Okay.
Good. Nicely done. Very good. I think I need to sing you guys a song or something to make everybody feel a little bit happier today. Let's go down to the next one, our last phrasal verb, and maybe we could have Mustafa, would you like to read it?
okay.
Let's read it. Show us how to read it with love, Mustafa.
I hope I can read it up. Settle up to pay a debt, to pay for teams that you want to for case. Okay. Okay. I almost forgot that I owe you $20. We can settle up when I visit you next week. When you are finished shopping, you can settle up with the cashier in the front of the store. The store.
Perfect. Can you repeat purchase?
Where is it? Okay. Purchase.
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 Yeah, close. Purchase.
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 Purchase. Purchase.
There you go. Good job, Mustafa. That's a tricky one. It's tricky. Good. So to settle up means to pay a debt or become even with someone. Maybe you owe them money, you pay them back so that you're even. That is to settle up. Okay? Who can give me an example of a sentence using settle up?
I have.
Give it to us.
I'm happy for my new home, but now I settle up, pay my mortgage for 30 years.
Yes.
It's okay?
Yes, exactly. It's a good one. So settle up my mortgage payments means to pay all of your mortgage. So in 30 years, I will settle up my mortgage.
Okay.
I have the one.
Okay, give it to us.
For example, I've never been forced to settle up with someone since I've never have a debt.
Okay, very good. Anybody else?
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
I will settle up for a new smart watch for Chris.
Can you repeat that for me, David?
I will settle up for my smartwatch for next Christmas.
Oh, okay, for my smartwatch. Good example. Very good. Anybody else? Andre?
Everybody have to pay have to settle up the mortgage. Duh.
You're close, but you have to say it with a little bit more emphasis. It's like, duh. Duh is a really rude thing to say. Like if you said everybody has to pay their debts, duh. You're basically calling the person that you're talking to an idiot without actually saying it.
But it's kind of obvious, right? So no new meaning for that. I mean, if some in Russia, I think we call it Captain Obvious, I guess, something like that.
Okay, so do you say that in Russian? Duh. Do you do that?
No, we have a word "da," but it means yes, but.
Da нет. Нет da. No, it's true. But in Spanish, sometimes they say that it's not a word. They go duh, and it means the same thing. It's not necessarily the word. It's the intonation behind the way you say it that makes it mean that. But you're right. It's when something's obvious, you're just going like, well, of course, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Good example, though.
Sorry, teacher. Just about under example. I couldn't hear it clearly. The first sentence he said.
He said, everyone has to settle up their mortgages. Duh.
Mortgages. So mortgages. Sorry, teacher. What's this word?
Okay, a mortgage. This has come up. I don't know who has their microphone on with no headphones, but let's just make sure we keep it muted so that the class is not disturbed by that sound, okay? A mortgage is a loan that you take from a bank or a company to pay for your house. A loan for a house.
Oh, okay.
Never asked this, Mustafa. Never.
Never apply. So, Mustafa, if you don't have enough money to purchase a house outright, you need to apply for a mortgage. And a mortgage is a loan that the bank gives you for the value of the house, and you pay them back with interest.
Don't do that, Mustafa.
Abby, when you say the apply,
Mm-hmm.
you say the like application.
Exactly.
For ask mortgage.
Exactly. Okay. Because you might not qualify, so you need to put in an application first.
Yeah.
Sorry, teacher. Just I have a little question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how can I complete this sentence. If I want to marry that's a beautiful girl, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I have to settle up what? To settle up all my debts or what?
So
Or
before, are you saying like
I want
before you can marry the girl, you need to be debt free?
Yeah. Yeah.
I need
want
to
settle
up
all
my debts.
my what?
My debts.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Debts like that. I need to settle my debts.
Clear.
All right?
Right.
Anybody else have any questions about the phrasal verbs that we saw in today's lesson? Any questions about any of them?
Actually, no, it's clear for me actually, and I like the using of documents, Google Documents.
Good. I'm glad that it's clear for you. That makes me happy. So I'm going to give you a sentence in the chat box, and we'll see if you guys are able to complete the idea. Let's go to Victor. You've been awfully quiet.
Really?
Can you
I
read
was
it for us
listening.
and tell me which
Yeah.
one you think fits?
My wife wants to live in the suburbs, but I prefer to live downtown. We need to settle on a location before we go to the real estate agent.
Excellent. Good job. Settle on. Come to an agreement, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Next, we'll go to Ali.
Okay. This girlfriend wants to marry him, but he feels that he is too young to settle down. He wants to wait another few years before he gets married or has kids.
Good job, Ali. Why? What do you think is too young to settle down and get married?
I don't know his age.
It depends.
It does depend. What does it depend on, Victor?
I don't know on on your personality.
Mm-hmm.
Some people never settle down.
That's true. Some people don't. Like me and Andre. Me and Andre, we have a life to live, right? We got things to do.
I don't know.
Oh, he's changing his opinion now. Okay, let's go to the next one. Andre from Ukraine. Can you read the next one for us and tell us what phrasal verb you think fits in there? Andre?
Unfortunately, I can't see the example.
You can see the example in the verbling chat?
Yes, yes. Could you give me the on the group chat?
There you go.
Yes, yes, I can. Thank you. The bar stopped offering tops to customers because too many were unwilling to 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 settle off and pay the money they owed.
What did you say? Settle?
To settle, unwilling to settle up.
Perfect. Good. Yeah, paid the
And
debt that they had.
let me read the whole example. The bar stopped offering tops to customers because too many were unwilling to settle up and pay the money they owed.
Perfect. Nicely done.
My pleasure.
Arthur, the next one.
Okay, I can't afford the newest cell phone, so I'll have to settle for an older, cheaper version.
Very good. Excellent job. Settle for or settle on. An older, cheaper version. They would both work. But settle for. Have you had to settle for a cell phone that's cheaper than the one you would really like to have?
No, I took a good one in terms of functionality and the price. So it's like a wise decision. I don't want iPhone. It costs extra bucks. So not that much functionality in it.
So you chose one that has good bang for your buck.
Yeah, that's right.
Perfect. Let's go to the next example. And we'll go to Andre.
Okay. After my children watched the action movie, it took them several hours to settle down. They were running around and pretending to shoot each other all night.
Very good. Perfect. And the last one, let's get David to do it for us.
When the star baseball player was traded to another team, he initially struggled and wasn't able to hit many home runs. However, after a few months, he was able to settle in and begin hitting like his old self.
Perfect. Settle in. Nice. Good work. That is it, you guys. Those are all of our examples and all of our phrasal verbs. Does anyone have any questions about what we talked about today? No?
Okay.